At USDA, we are very concerned with providing the tools to our farmers so they can do right and feed everyone. This is a mantra that Secretary Perdue really liked to say. So in the ag biotech world, what this means to me and to my job is, one, how do we at USDA make the tools available to our farmers so they can use them how they choose to produce food to feed everyone, and everyone that's both in the United States and globally. So at USDA, as you know, we're in the process of rulemaking to modernize our regulations for products of agricultural biotechnology. And USDA historically has been on the leading edge of regulatory frameworks that are science-based, risk proportionate, that facilitates decision making, right? So in that way, that this is one part of it, providing access to our farmers so they have the tools. We also work very hard to make sure that there's a market, both domestically and internationally, for the products that our farmers and ranchers produce. And in that way, the efforts that we're doing at USDA for our modernization of our regulations is very much in line with the executive order that came out in June. And the executive order has two major parts. One, it asks the agencies to look at our current guidances and our regulations and look for places where we can streamline our regulations, so facilitate access to our farmers, right? The second part is market access. How do we make sure these products have a place on the marketplace? And in that, the executive order is asking USDA, working with our other sister agencies, to develop two plans. One, an international engagement plan. How do we talk about agricultural biotechnology in the global context? And two, a trade strategy, and that is to facilitate trade. How do we minimize trade disruptions? USDA has been doing this for many years, but the executive order really allows us to have better coordination and cooperation among the U.S. government agencies. So USDA has been doing this trade facilitation in many different ways. One, we are advocates for science-based, risk-proportionate regulations. Two, we want these regulations to be predictable and timely in the decision-making. And three, we see that there are these discrepancies between countries, so creating what we call asynchrony, where ag products could be approved here but not approved elsewhere. And this is something we work very hard to decrease that asynchrony.